Stick around. Oh yeah. Dum, 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 How we doing, good people? Welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez, also host of Who's to Blame, the podcast. Please visit www.dremontez.com to catch the latest episode of my podcast, Who's to Blame. Hope everyone is doing well on this Fist Pump Friday, Fired Up Friday, Fireball Friday, and Fried Chicken Friday, whatever it may be, however you want to say it. But I hope your Friday is going well. You know what we got to do. High fives, chest bump, let's hug it out. And we've been brought to you by our title sponsor, the Weed Squad. Check those guys out right there. But you can check out all the participating sponsors as they're scrolling on the bottom of the screen right there for you, right there. So with it being Valentine's weekend, visit the website for some great gift ideas for your loved one or yourself, however you may be celebrating this weekend. But also we got headlines. 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 JJ say what? Didn't see that coming. But it was a mutual agreement if you haven't heard, but there's going to be other stories probably coming out. But that's another fiasco in the Houston Texans trilogy. What's going on? It seems to be hit after hit after hit. It's coming down the line. Today was officially the day that Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson got his guaranteed $19 million a day. All right. Got to applaud people getting paid out there, so to speak. We got to applaud that people getting paid. Got the Michael Jordan, Bubba car going this weekend in NASCAR. That'll be fun to check out this weekend as NASCAR will be getting underway this weekend on Valentine's Day. But it is Friday, and let's have some fun. You know, let's loosen up a little bit, huh? Let's get acquainted with one another here over the half-hour episode of Montez at Midday. But okay, let's hop on into it. I believe since the pandemic, I've been hearing more about this. Talk shows, different podcasts, discussions on radio shows, but I've been hearing about this a little bit more than in years past. And it's having an open relationship, however you may look at this. Not coming at this as an expert or a comedic standpoint at all, but just as an informative thing that I saw. You know, and I see things that are very interesting. I want to share them out there. I want to share that experience, that viewership, them thoughts that I had while I was watching this. Well, I saw it on the HBO Cinemax streaming service, whatever you may have. And it's called There Is No I in a Threesome. And it's a mockumentary. So it's like a little movie, but it's very well done. Very, very scantily clad and appealing. Very cool. But it's a couple that's engaged that before they get married, they want to have an open relationship. And he's a little curious as well about his own sexuality. So they get different points and views from both sides, and they're documenting their encounters through video. So he's talking to whoever she's with and vice versa. And they're communicating well. And it's an interesting dive when they're presented with the question, why are you in an open relationship? And one of the responses was, I want to really expand on the one person I'm perceived to be with this one person. Why can't I be several people? Which allows me to be with several other people. I thought that was very interesting, the way they stated it in this mockumentary and the way you take it when you have the scene right in front of you, so to speak. And then the young woman, it was like, I just think there's more to it than just loving sex with one person type of thing. So it's a very, very interesting mockumentary that I saw. And again, it's called There Is No I in a Threesome. But check that out. Really do check that out. Really, really do. All right. This one here could be used any type of way you want to use it in sports world, entertainment, everyday conversation or life, on that ladder to achievement. But has the standard changed? As we're moving forward, there are a lot of things that are a little bit more easier now than it was. You hear the stories of the old ancient people out there. Well, back in my day, you had to really go through a process of interviews. You know, those days are pretty much over with. You have some people that are really taking advantage of live streaming and social media and things of that nature. And people that are really using their skills in the technology world to even help them with the sports science type of the thing. But that being said, moving forward in sports, has today's athlete really changed that much based on what we've given them, which is money and lots of money? So we kind of see the very self-confident, cocky athlete in different forms and different shapes across the board. But I believe the standard has changed on the way they going about to get the money based on what happened when someone said, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. To me, that opened it up. Well, the standard has changed differently now. You're going to listen to me. You're going to listen to my demands. This is what I want as an athlete to play for this team in that city. This is what I want. I think that has really, really changed. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? I guess, like Denzel says, time will tell. Time will tell. But I'm not saying I dislike what today's athlete, what today's actor is doing. No. If it's making progress for you and you're happy and you're pleased with your craft, do your thing. Do your thing. But if you're just in it for the wrong reasons, and we all know it, and then you end up being in a bad situation 5-10 years from now, that's right there what I really mean about the standard changing as well. But on the athletic side, I like where it's going in a way. But as we're going to find over the next few weeks, you're really going to let your feelings show how you feel about your team, your GM, your owner, your favorite player. It's really going to show. It really is. The new it factor. What's the gung-ho thing out there right now? Is that the thing? That old school still work on the method? When I mean the new it factor, to me, with the NFL draft approaching very fast, I don't think what they used to look for works anymore. You know, we just went through a phase where we thought it was the offensive coordinator. It was that new coach that really utilized the 7-on-7 drills in the actual NFL game plan. And we looked at it as, wow, that team is moving really, really fast. Then we got these guys putting the analytics, and they're going really, really too far with it, where it pisses the average fan off. Those of us know who we are. But I think now we're going to hear arm strength versus arm talent, accuracy. Those three things right there are very, very different and can rate you differently on the chart, whether a team is looking for that. Case in point, Elway was known as a guy that had super arm strength, but he wasn't accurate. So teams are looking for that new it factor. I think now it's going to be on that arm game right now. It's going to be on that arm strength versus arm talent, arm accuracy. A little bit of the RPO is still going to be there no matter what. Those are still going to be there. But I'm thinking now the new look, that new verbiage we're going to hear a lot of as everybody's coming out with their mock draft and their mock opinions. We're going to hear that a lot, which is a good thing because this is going to be the year or the offseason of today's quarterback. We're going to see a lot of people shifting here and moving here and going here. We're going to see a lot of that, which just give everybody a fair shot at this. I think that's what today's fan is really saying. Give this team a shot sometime. I don't know. If you're not playing good football the entire year and really making and taking advantage of December so you can get into January with some home field advantage, okay, you had a strategy about this thing. But if we just get here by the luck of injury, there's no way in the hell you should have beat that team. How are you on a 4-game winning streak? You get a bye at the right time where everybody comes back on your team. Those are called taking advantage of the intangibles out there, which is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just we as fans sometimes get mad when that happens. Like, that team would not have been there if this here would not have happened. But it did happen. Again, if it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. This is Montez at midday. We try to come to you each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. There's several ways you can follow us on social media. We have a page on Facebook, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast, Twitter at W2B, Dre Montez, and on YouTube we have a channel, Dre Montez. But don't forget, you can always visit the website, DreMontez.com. Check out the sponsors, do your part in supporting small business in your local neighborhood and community, huh? Can't have a community without unity, kids. Stick together right there. But that's still very intriguing what's going on in Houston, that whole organization to me. I mean, that's something you can't finish drinking your coffee in the coffee shop when you eavesdropping on a conversation next to you. You heard about Earl and Miss Maggie. You're like, what the? J.J. Watt in the Texas mutual agreement? How can they have a mutual agreement, but Deshaun can't have a mutual agreement? Preach on, brother. Preach on. I can't call it. But we're going to hear different types of verbiage. You know, don't get mad at your athlete. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Let's figure this thing out together. You can't call all athletes selfish son of a bitches. Not anymore. Had a conversation with a couple of the Man Cave members. For people that have never, ever won on any level of sports, that are fans, that never have won, they are more appreciative when their team wins. But they're not as understanding when there's turmoil with that team. And people that have won at any level in sports in life that have a favorite team, they understand the process on winning. They're not in it just for the one victory. They want to see multiple championships because they can really see what has been paying off through the draft, through free agency. But the fans that have never won, those are the ones that get you going on Twitter because they're not understanding the actual true meaning in the process of building a football team, building a dynasty, putting something together that's going to work and be on people's minds for a long time here. They're not understanding that. They're happy with the one. Well, I totally forgot about this, that the NFL draft is going to be held in Cleveland, Ohio, kids. The NFL draft is going to be in Cleveland, freaking Ohio. See, I'm one of those type of people where I think the NFL draft should travel to different cities. Get that love. Get that early fan base connection. Get something to get the people going. Give everybody a shot at this. Whether you have an NFL team or not, let everybody experience this thing called the NFL draft. The building of your team, where the love starts. When you make up your mind right there, if I'm going to buy that fucking jersey, I'm going to rock that jersey. That's going to be my guy. That's why that's my team. And here you are 15, 20 years later, and you're still rocking that jersey. And you're going to remember this. That draft was in my hometown, and I was there. That right there is what we need. See, that's what I think the NFL should have did for the 100th anniversary of the NFL. They should have did an event every weekend at a different city. Not all the ones that had an NFL team, but the ones that used to have an NFL team, more importantly. Where that huge fan base is at, where that unusual large crowd is in love with a team that makes no geographical damn sense, but those fans are there. Let's take them and give them the NFL experience. That would have been cool. I would have been on board with that. But I don't know. You never know what the NFL has up its sleeve when it comes to marketing the game and the sport that we so much love. But I had to be reminded that the NFL draft will be in Cleveland, Ohio, April 29th to May 1st. It's going to be incredible. I'm looking for all sorts of excitement because we still may be in the pandemic mode, so it still may be some little creativity when it comes to presenting us with the vision and the presentation of the NFL draft. That's what I'm looking forward to right there. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you about what John Madden had said about the gaming community, how the influence of video games have really enhanced the love of sports even more. That when these guys really, really make it, they're telling stories about playing this video game and now being a part of the league and being in the game, that is something else. So these video game leagues are not what you used to from back in the day when we had to sit side by side and play each other and talk trash that way. Now you can be in different states and countries and get it in. You can talk trash to each other. You can build a rapport with these people, and it feel like you're like really on a true team. The more and more you play together, you're building on something. You're putting your own team together. You're building characters that kind of look like you, want to be the athlete either you were at one time or desire to be. That's what we're doing when we do the creator player. We're creating somebody now with the way the game looks now and feel and play and sounds and feels. It's like the real damn thing. So we try to create someone that looks like us or want to be us or should be us. If you played in the NBA, how would you build yourself on this 2K? Because that 2K is a different type of thing out there. I never thought I would sit and play a video game for up to 9 hours in consecutive time at 50 years old and enjoy it the way I do. It's a different type of a community out there. From Madden to 2K to FIFA, baseball comes out on 420. I'm still waiting on my golf game. But these games have these leagues and these communities that you can really bond with your friends. During these pandemic times, I know game players went up through the roof. I know mine has. But these leagues are so fun and competitive. And there are a lot of grown people that play. I'm not saying we're part of this elite group. There are a lot of older people that still got that great stick game when it comes to these sporting games. I'm not too much into first-person shooting or Fortnite or anything like that. But I love watching people play that throughout Twitch. But the sporting games, you got a fan for life. There's just something about it. The commentary in the games, the animations in the games, the trash talking that you hear online, the trash talkings that your friends give you, the pep talks that may come through in a negative way, but you're still getting the message. That's what gaming is like here in 2021. And it's opening up jobs with the sporting world, from esports to sporting arenas to events they're putting on for the gaming world through the VR community right now, of course. But still, look at what they're part of. Look at the prizes they're giving out. Some of these things they do in this game, I can't believe. They give you a free copy. You get a pass to an NBA game. They buy the NBA League Pass for you. Free gaming system. A damn helicopter flies you to practice into your games in a video game. It is amazing how far these games have come since 1979. Oh, those were the days, kids, of black and white television. The days when parents uttered such things out. Don't put that on my TV. You gonna mess my TV up. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days when you broke your Atari 2600 joystick by flicking it back and forth. But I think it all changed once video games eclipsed $35 a piece. When they went to $50, that had to be a conversation had with your own kids, whoever you were dating kids, and the dog. Look, don't knock my shit down. Don't play my game. $50? That's when the game changed right there. That's when the insurance policy on video games really changed. Put my game up. Lock it up in the cab. Lock it up. Keep them kids out that room. That's when it changed. The more expensive the games got, the more creative you got with the security system on keeping the game safe. Because little kids will fuck some shit up. Anything that brings lights to the TV, they want in. They want in. But that's when that gaming life changed right there for sure. But it's Valentine's weekend, kids. Let's be on our best behavior out there, huh? Do what you can. Do what you can, all right? Take it easy and slow. Got a lot of great gift ideas here. A lot of great gift ideas here for you as well. Just go to DreMontez.com. Hit on those sponsors. Give you the click, and hit them up on up. And if you got those working hands and got that Mountain Man scrub feel and look, go ahead and get you a jar. Go to mountainmanscrub.com. And the promo, just type in Dre, D-R-E, and they will take care of you right there. Thank you again for the folks that have been commenting about the latest podcast episode. Thank you so much. Thank you for the new followers on YouTube, by the way. Thank you. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Still can't believe we mentioned in headlines a little earlier here at the top of the hour of the show that J.J. Watt and the Texans up out of there. Wow. Talk about a Valentine's gift. Wow. That was something right there. The mockumentary that I saw about open relationships, it's called There Is No I in a Threesome. Check that out on HBO Cinemax. Let me know what you think. Don't forget, you can always email or you can text or hit me up on any of the podcasting platforms as well. There's a nice list in the links as well when you go to DreMontez.com. I'm quite sure the weather should make a more romantic setting for you Valentine lovers that like cooking outdoors year-round, don't give a damn what nobody say. You're going to get your cooking in. Hell, I got an outdoor grill for a reason. Put something on the grill. Put something on the grill. But folks are going to get creative. I know they are. And I like to see the creativity, but then the real true heart. I like those too. The big giant Valentine's card. Oh, those were fun when those first came out and became a very popular thing in the mid to late 80s. They were something else. They were $5 at one time. $5 when they first came out. Big, huge Valentine's card. You know, you had to get a sponge because you wasn't licking that damn thing. You got to get a sponge and seal that on up, take it to school or put it on her step at her grandmama house. Because, you know, she ain't live in the school district, so she had to live at her grandmama house. She had to take it to her grandmama house. But do what you can on these Valentine's gifts. But don't forget, the men just got through a heck of a Super Bowl season. It should be applauded and appreciated because normally we would be watching the NBA All-Star game. But, you know, we pushed that back to later on next month. I don't think they should play the game at all, but it is what it is. Tom Brady's still looking a little tipsy, though. They're the only ones that have a parade. They didn't give the Lakers one. They gave Tampa Bay one, but it was well-deserved. Well-deserved. Thank you, guys, tuning in. You guys enjoy the rest of your work day or snow day or home day or birthday, whatever it may be. But you have a great day from D Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. And don't forget to visit DreMontez.com. Appreciate it, y'all. Y'all all right with me.